Hi everyone and welcome back to Crick Zenify. So I have a panel of five members with me today. We are here to talk about the blockbuster Sunday doubleheader that we had yesterday. In the first match, we saw that the Royals from Rajasthan were royally challenged by the Bengaluru boys, and then obviously coming towards the second match, we finally saw a bullish rise in the points table for financial capital of India, that is Mumbai Indians, and Delhi faced their first defeat. Apart from that, a redemption innings for Karun Nair, a 50 after 7 years, and what an innings he played. So we will talk more about it with our panelists today. So welcoming all of our panelists. So let's start off straight up with the review of RCB versus Rajasthan Royals, a green jersey match for RCB, but the results haven't changed for them in the away match, and their winning domination continues. So I'll straight up come to Raj Bhai first. RCB are continuing their domination in their away games, and a really good win. Phil Salt's assault was seen to the full power. So yes, Raj Bhai.
Anush bhai, you can take this question. I'll take the next question. Just give me a minute.
Okay, yes, Arunesh Bhai. So you can take up that, what went right for RCB yesterday. And we saw that the opening partnership worked out really well for RCB. So, yes, Arunesh Bhai, the stage is all yours.
Coming on to the RCB, the day game that was there. Jaipur hosted its first game of the season, and the pitch was a tricky surface basically. So as we saw, the pitch had low bounce in it, and it was also helpful for the spinners. As we saw, even Krunal Pandya was giving the ball some amount of air, which is not known, which is not associated with the bowler like him because he usually bowls flatter deliveries. So yesterday he got the ball to dip a bit, and also he gave some air, and he basically stumped Sanju Samson in the initial part of the game. So that's where we saw that the pitch was behaving a bit tricky yesterday, and with the size of the ground that Jaipur has, it has bigger boundaries than other stadiums. So the batters were also a bit hesitant. Like Yashasvi Jaiswal was also a bit hesitant to go down the ground, or like usually goes about his batting. So Rajasthan also played sensibly, but in the end, in the middle overs, there was some time where they couldn't score much. So I feel that hurt, and they could eventually go on to make like 174 was a target for RCB, which was a bit challenging considering this how the surface behaved in the first innings. But man, that assault from Phil Salt, as you rightly mentioned, this guy has been a game changer for RCB ever since he has arrived in this season, and he has taken the responsibility all by himself to attack single-handedly, as he is overshadowing the King Kohli, who is there at the other end, and he's definitely getting RCB off to a great start in every match. So that's where we see that the partnership and the assault that they both are doing on the other teams is helping them to boost their run rate in the initial overs. That's what we saw yesterday. As in the 10 overs, RCB was 101 for 1. So math was already done there. Yes, we saw Virat Kohli struggle a bit yesterday because of the surface that was on offer. He was 33 of 32 balls at one time. But as we all know, in the chase, there's no one better than Virat Kohli, and he understood the situation and he rose to the occasion. And he also hit sixes to spinners, which is not associated with him recently. So from IPL 2024, I think he has hit 46 sixes till now, which is second most. So kudos to him and the whole RCB batting lineup, as they only needed three batters to complete the chase, and it was a clinical chase in the end.
By whole RCB batting unit, na, it's only three people. That's all. We don't need Rajat Patidar anymore. We don't
Yes,
need
a
Livingston
very
Absolutely.
anymore. Because just to add on to your point, like if you ask me personally, like what actually went well for RCB is that like straight from the word go, RCB were in a mission. Like whether they're playing in a home game or whether they're playing in an away game, they were. I mean, this is the only time in all the 17 seasons, like whatever I have seen RCB personally and up close, is that they have been looking to trying to adjust and start giving counter attackings. Okay, so they're not stopping at any point of time. Even though like we lose one at home, we come back at the away games and making sure we are not giving up at this particular junction. Okay, so they're trying to convert those small mistakes into converting them into a positive way and getting the match away from their home ground. Okay, so now that every away, away teams wherever RCB will be playing, they should be more careful that like if RCB comes to Aden, they will make sure that they are going to win, because we already have seen four occasions like this. Okay, so we have went to Punjab, we done there. We went to Chepak, we done there. We went to Wankhede, we done it here, and now at Jaipur also. So even though with the green jersey on for RCB, so it's been a quite a simple task for RCB to go out there and just deliver. And not only that thing, I mean, like as what Arunesh Bhai rightly mentioned, saying like what are the things that RCB have done really, really well, even though there have been a little bit of sticky. But Yashasvi Jaiswal, you have to give him a credit. So that particular knock of 75 from 47 was not an easy task to score at that particular venue. And again, coming back to Sanju Samson, also like he was a little bit slow because he generally tend to play slow in the initial stages of the game, and then he start to accelerating the same way like he might have adapted it from Virat Kohli as well. He start giving the more of batting strike to Yashasvi Jaiswal. He's young, he's ready to take risk, he's ready to take challenges. He's also having more international experience than Sanju Samson. Like last 2 years, he understands the situations really, really well. He comes to a particular venue, he starts counter-attacking. Okay, so that is one thing which Rajasthan and top order has been done really, really well. Now, coming to RCB as well, they never let the ball slip from their particular hand. Okay, so even though like Surya Sharma was a little bit on the expensive side, it is completely evident like when the ball is not actually doing something on the pitch, you go for runs. So that's exactly what has happened yesterday. Also, he was one of the most person like who has considered more runs, like 4 overs 39, but not been on the wickets column so far. It's still okay. I still back Rohit Sharma, the kind of efforts what he is doing in terms of like bowling. And then next coming on to the batting as well, we all see like uh, when you are actually wounded, you just pour salt on it and give more pain to the opposition. So that's what the salt nature has been. So that's what I mean, whether he was playing for KKR or whether he's playing for RCB, it is the same thing for against RCB also. Now he's doing it for RCB. That's the only difference. Nothing else. So he's maintaining his same thing. No matter which franchise I play for, I'm going to do the same thing. What exactly I'm going to do, right? So even if you see the economy of all the other players from Rajasthan, right? So the least economical bowler was Kumara Karthikeya, who has been also on the wicketing column by picking up that salt wicket. So that's where RCB have been little bit careful against what Rajasthan bowlers. Jofra Archer, we've seen him how lethal he was in the previous games, but at this particular venue, Virat Kohli proved once again why he is a champion. On the other hand, also he backed up Devdutt Padikkal, who has initially started slow also. Then later on, the way he was counter-attacking Jofra Archer. If you're bowling bouncers at me, I know the third man is up inside the ring. I'll put your shots, lofted shots. So he tried to do a couple of times, but like I actually like the way like when he left and he rolled down actually on his back. So that was also one of the most interesting factor of the game. So it also shows that how it is not so easy to go against Jofra Archer because of his lethal pace and the bouncers what he will be attacking towards the body of any particular batsman. So if you're misjudging a particular shot, you tend to get injured as well. But Devdutt Padikkal did really, really well to negate all those things. So overall, it's actually a game to remember for RCB. I also asked RCB to change the venue from Bangalore to any other place so that they'll be thinking that this particular venue is also an away game, and they'll start winning home games as an away game as well.
Okay, so we had a very good explanation from both Arunesh Bhai and Raj Bhai that what exactly went right for RCB in yesterday's match. Well, one more talking point from yesterday's match, and I think we have seen that trend throughout this year's IPL, is that the fielding, especially the catching, has not been so good. We saw it with RCB. We saw Yash there; it was a sitter, and I mean, it looked like he was very careless and pretty much overconfident of taking that catch. We saw Virat Kohli dropping a catch. When we come to second innings, Sandeep Sharma's first ball, I think it was a matchup everyone looked after. That is Sandeep Sharma versus Virat Kohli. We saw there an easy catch being dropped by Riyan Parag, and then even Salt was dropped at covers by Yashasvi Jaiswal. So I'll just come to Romin Bhai, to talk about why is it that we are seeing this kind of a trend in IPL in this season? Because IPL is usually known for high quality cricket. We are getting it, but somewhere the fielding has not been up to the mark. So, what is your say on this? Because you have officiated so many matches, you have seen everything closely. So, what is it you want to tell about this?
Uh, First of all, that player also want to put that 200% on the field, and in that process, I guess it did not look like that deliberately is going to happen. But yes, definitely we need to accept that throughout the course of the tournament, we have seen the fielding is going to be a substandard, I guess. But I just want to mention two things this time around. One is that generally, that lighting is going to impact some or other way. Most of the venues where we have seen in the night games, lights are definitely a proper way, but still sometimes it is going to make a part. And sometimes player want to execute that particular thing, but somehow it is not executed. So this is the case. What is happening? I guess there is no specific reason behind that, but they may try to catch it with some hard hands or etc. At some point of time, it may going to happen. I definitely say that generally we haven't seen this kind of a building levels, but it is happening this time around, and in upcoming time they definitely want to improve. But the factor what I have told you that the lights, the floodlight is going to making it is the making some role in that as well. Especially the venues like NMS at Ahmedabad, Sunriser Hyderabad home ground, where the lights are something where you need to make a lot of adjustment. We have seen the previous games where seen in the Vizag and Guwahati, the structure of light is may going to impact, and you don't have much time. If you are playing the international game, you are arriving 3-4 days earlier, or at least 3-4 days before. But whereas in IPL you are just coming a day before, and you're not familiar with that particular kind of a ground situations and familiarities. It is going to also making a role in it some, I guess.
Yes, I think a good take on this, I would say, because sometimes it is that you have to adapt to the condition that, like rightly mentioned by Roman, by that the floodlights, the positioning of those floodlights, and all those factors also play a role. So, hoping to see a more better fielding efforts as well. So, we have a question from one of our viewers, and I was about to come to it that somewhere RR strategy this season, I don't know, it has been off color. It has worked in some games for them, it hasn't worked in some games for them. Sometimes we see Nitish Rana coming one down, sometimes we see Riyan Parag coming down. Yesterday it was Riyan Parag. So I'll come to Kiran Bhai to ask that why do you think, or where do you think RR is going wrong? Is it too much of these chop and changes affecting their gameplay?
I think for RR, it's particular for I think first few games. Like if you see that Sanju Samson wasn't capturing the squad. I think it was Riyan Parag who did it for RR. But I think his inclusion and his starting the innings is most important for the RR. But I think he haven't been able to deliver what he is capable of. So I think that's the main concern for RR this season because Sanju Samson's form is something he has put RR in a completely different level. But I guess this is not happening with batting unit this time. And I guess Nitish Rana playing at number three, or sometimes I mean yesterday he has been playing at number six. So these fluctuations in batting order can also make things trouble for finishing the things off. Because I think Shemron Etmail, we all know that what he can do and what his strike rate is, and I mean he's like a slogger. So if we say from I think the Dhruv Jurel's contribution is is very much from positive side for RR, I guess. But the inconsistency from Rian Parag is also the main concern for RR this season. But I think Nitish Rana has played a brilliant innings against CSK, I guess. So I feel that fluctuating the batting order seems it's not favoring the RR this season.
So yes, thank you, Kiran Bhai, for a great explanation. That sometimes we say that when you're playing cricket, especially in T20 cricket, the batting order needs to be flexible, and sometimes you have to adapt to the situations as well. But it is not a strategy that you have to use it every time for each and every match, because we see those changes coming in every match. When you had Nitish Rana, who had scored a brilliant 80 against CSK when he was playing at number 3, then again next match we saw Nitish Rana came at number 4, and it was Riyan Parag who came at number 3. So we see a lot of fluctuations, and I think somewhere going ahead, RR can avoid that and have a fixed mindset. Probably towards the finishing lines, they can probably send Hetmeyer ahead or something when they are ahead of the game. And again, we have another question from one of our viewers, that is, did their
Exactly.
planning went wrong in the middle overs? So anyone from the panel who wants to take it up?
Okay, let Aditya take that question, and
Yes, Aditya, please.
I have one more point to add on to the previous comment what our viewers have been giving. Okay, so thank you so much, UK Goku Gaming, for being live and active for all our podcasts. So the thing is like, what exactly the problem is like when you have a set person like who is actually batting at number 3, and like again you rotate him like 1, 2, 3, changing your batting positions and batting order. It can actually also demotivate a particular player, but Nitish Rana, like when he has been so much committed to give and deliver to Rajasthan at any point of time, like whether he come at number 4, number 5, number 6, it doesn't matter. He just like come in, he just start hitting the ball. He just like look, identify those particular gaps and give the crucial runs. Now, shuffling your batting order, it doesn't matter like what I mean. In the previous comment, it was actually beautifully mentioned like RR were actually 20 to 30 runs short, because like when you have coming, I mean like getting a left-hander in the middle overs also, we know how Nitish Rana can actually change the game. But if you're still sticking on to those right-left combination, always I'll go and stick on with the same right-left combination. It does not going to work at any point of time. You stick to your own plans. You stick to your own game plans. Saying like what, no matter what, like Nitish Rana will play at number 3, number 4 it will be Riyan Parag. When you shuffle this one also, Nitish Rana will get demotivated, because what I'm particularly feeling right now is that Nitish Rana is also having an experience. He has also, I mean, it's not about his particular name or fame, but the thing is, like any particular player, like you shuffle his batting order, he cannot contribute. We have seen that a great example of Glenn Maxwell in the Punjab Kings, like when he was there in the previous stint. Okay, so they were what exactly they were doing, like they were using Glenn Maxwell as a floater. You go there and you hit 20, 30 runs. It is not going to be an easy task. I think RR is actually committing the same kind of mistakes right now in this particular season. That is when they act not only lose the team balance but also the morality of a player. And what exactly you do? Again, like you go and substitute him, impact him at whatever the time you want. Okay, so you have other player also like who can actually give you like Sandeep Sharma will not actually bat. Okay, so like why can't you like include him, like substitute any other player? Sanju Samson can actually keep. Dhruv Jural can actually keep. Okay, so get that particular player. You have Nitish Rana who can actually field more better than any other player. Instead of substituting him, impacting him out after 20 overs, why do you want to keep him in the playing 11 just for like 2 or 3 balls that he wants to face? That questions will also start arising in the management. Like, why exactly like all these things are happening right now with me? And tomorrow it will not be an easy task for any particular player to get into the same kind of motivation. I know there will be a different kind of talks between the management and Nitish Rana. Okay, you will be used for this particular role. But right now, shuffling him more will impact Rajasthan Royals' chances of qualifications for playoff from right now, because it will not be the same situation going forward.
Yes, thank you, Raj Bhai. And yes, obviously, coming to the question, I think Aditya Bhai will give you the answer. And Aditya Bhai, just another add-on question along with what we have from our user is that one is he has asked about middle overs. So while answering that, I also wanted to know from you, did RR go wrong with their retentions? Because we saw their main pillars over the past 3 years were Trent Bolt, Josh Butler, and Yuzi Chahal, and they didn't retain even one of them. So while you answer about the middle overs, just also tell our viewers that did RR go wrong with their retentions as well?
Yeah, obviously. While coming to this question, initially they had good spinning options like Ashwin, Chahal, and great bowlers like Trent Bolt and all. But I don't know why didn't they take that as spinners chance? Why? Because if you can see the one who's going to bowl are part-time spinners, now the full-time spinners, which is creating a lot of mess for them in middle overs. That's the reason why they are leaking a lot of runs in between the middle overs. But while coming to the batting and all, if you can see that they started slowly, then they raised up, and then they gradually declined, and that's the reason why didn't touch the 200 score. Like the one down should be in a such a way that he needs to be aggressive. The one who has come for opening, they'll have some kind of a knowledge about the pitch and all, so they'll slowly get adapted to the things, and the one down should be always be aggressive. But that aggressive intent is being missed over there for Rajasthan, while they're just lofting out the shots and giving catches to long in and long off and all. So that's the reason why they are not even planning. And coming to this one down, this Nitish Rana as well as we do have other batsmen over there is always being juggling here and there. Like Rian Parak has captained himself and he wants to promote himself for one down chances. But this is not their game. When he is two down or three down, he played beautifully against Sunrisers in one of the matches. That's their strength. They need to plan accordingly. Initially, the Sanju Samson and Yashasvi Jaiswal will be doing a good job, but once if any one of those gets failed, they need to have a constructive batting department as well. And yesterday, if you see this match, Sandeep Sharma and other team members' morale was bit low after dropped catches and run out chances were missed. Many misfields had happened. They just gave their morale and all. Like the team is not very enthusiastic in winning this game. They just gave up. They're just playing lofty shots. They didn't have any kind of enthusiasm or zeal to win yesterday's match, so that costed them a lot. Initially, they were a back foot, like the RCB went back foot. Like Virat Kohli used to bat it slowly. Those Salt just gave everything else. But when once this RR moral lost, they just flew away. They just gave everything else. They just connected each and every ball and just lofted out each and every shot. So that really helped RCB. They quickly analyzed the situations and get benefited with this. So they need to be a constructive plan for them. Initially, they need to plan their batting order up to five beautifully, and then next they need to concentrate on the spinners. So that the two problems would be get rectified over there. The middle order problems as well as the middle order batsman problems would be rectified. Once if it's done, they are going to be at tabletop.
Yes, thank you, Aditya Bhai. And I think there is one more question that I had, and I think it will definitely benefit our viewers as well. We have an umpire here, that is Roman Bhai. So I wanted to know, we saw like yesterday, especially in between matches, we were being shown the clips that the bats were being checked of batsmen. So what we got to know from commentators was it was being done in dressing rooms. But in yesterday's match, we saw that once they came on the field and while they were coming, it was at that time that it was being checked. So if you could just, Roman Bhai, if you could just tell us that, what is the impact or significance of that? Okay, so I think Roman Bhai is trying to, yes. Yes, Roman Bhai. So if you could just tell us about, what was that back checks all about yesterday in yesterday's match?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so I basically wanted to know that the back checks that were being done yesterday. So, with you being an umpire, if you could just explain our viewers that what exactly was it, because we heard from commentators that it was being done in dressing rooms previously, but in yesterday's match we saw once they were coming on the field, it was being done on the field. So, why that change and what is the significance of that?
Actually, first of all, that I'm also seeing this first time, as the commentators has mentioned that the bad checking and the implement. Actually, I just want to say that the bat, the ball, and stumps and bails are the implements of the game, and the checking of that is a responsibility of umpire. and generally we are going to check it in a pre-match activities of us in a routine. And tournament like IPL, it's a responsibility of reserve umpire. Fourth umpire is doing such a kind of a thing, but this is the first time that I'm seeing that it executed on field. Generally, the bat manufacturers are going to make it as per the specifications. I just want to, whenever we are talking about this, I just want to add the dimensions of it as well. That what they are checking. So first of all, that the overall length of the bat, when the lower portion of handle is inserted, the overall length of the bat should not exceed than 38 inches. One more parameter is that the width of the bat, it will be the 10.8 centimeter. The thickness, what we are generally seeing is that the width with inside edges will be the 6.7 centimeters, and the edges of the bat will be 4 centimeters. These are the dimensions what they are checking by the bat cages. So this is the first time that I have seen, and it may be some protocol which may be decided between the umpires in the pre-match meeting that they are going to execute on field. Otherwise, it is generally taken care of in a pre-match duties. So I don't know what is the exactly happened behind this, but this will be the agreement that umpire are going to check that particular bets, and on field it will be. They have already informed both the captains in a pre-match meetings that they are going to do this. One more possibility of this, I guess, I'm just giving you an example. Generally, it is for it may happen. I don't know exactly, but let's say the yesterday the Nitish Rana is coming for one ball only, playing for the one ball only. So you know that he need to score runs anyhow. Generally, by the naked eye, you are not going to judge that whether it's a 10.8 centimeter or 6.7 centimeters. It is not possible to judge by the naked eyes. So that is the gray area, and a player might come up with the 11 thickness bat or 7 centimeter thickness of the width. That might be the possibility. So considering and nullifying that particular instance, they may have started to check it on field, I guess.
Okay, so thank
Because
you so
nowadays
much,
people
Robin.
are carrying with because in a nowadays the every player is carrying out 10, 12 bets, so it will be the chances where they may play with that particular situation, and they don't want to undo with either of the teams, so they are checking. It might be the possibility, but generally it is been done before the pre-match.
Okay, so thank you, Roman Bhai, for a very good explanation. I hope that our viewers really enjoyed and got to know that about the kind of incident we saw yesterday with the bat checks. So now we'll straight up move on to the second match of yesterday, that is between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. So the talking point of yesterday's match were obviously, I would say, two talking points. One is obviously the redemption of Karun Nair. I mean, what an innings he played, and it was in 2022 when he actually tweeted that cricket give me one more chance, and certainly cricket has given him another chance, and he's grabbed it with both the hands and he's making complete use of it. We saw his form in the domestic season, and now once he has got a chance, he's made full utilization of it. So we'll talk more about that match, and obviously I would say the second talking point was the three continuous runouts. I don't remember any such match where I have seen that, towards the end you have three runouts together and the match is just finished there. So I'll come straight up to first. I'll come to Aditya Bhai, that just talk us about the way Mumbai Indians approached their first innings, and it actually looked like they were going to score at least about 220, 230, but somewhere they fell short of about 10-20 runs. So just talk us about Mumbai's innings.
Actually, they had a good start. They just went cruising into each and every bowler, as well as Mitchell start. We can see the spinners have been punished brutally. But at certain level of time, when Tilak Verma got out and Hardik Pandya didn't match up to his level, it created a mess for the Mumbai Indians over there. This created them to score a bit low comparatively the run rate which they had initially. The batsmen are just cruised away at each and every step, but the middle order batsmen are not up to the mark, which created a fuss for them. So that's why they were 20, 30 runs short as much we expected from them. from there. But the bowling lineup, while coming to the Karun Nair and all the batting from the DC, is just brilliant. They started off well, but too much dependence of the middle order like KL Rahul as well as Ashutosh over there. They just felt that we are going to some kind of negligence they have shown in middle order, which costed them the match. Especially those three runouts are not even like back to back three runouts is nothing in this game of cricket. No one are going to accept that one. Why? Because Stark can bat. He's having a good international runs as well. Even the others can also bat, but they didn't give up. They just thrown away the wickets, which costed them the match. So that's what I feel.
Yes, I think as Aditya Bhai rightly mentioned that somewhere Mumbai faltered in between. That is, their middle order didn't fire as they expected. But yet again, I think after that retired out for Tilak Verma, he's been in great form, and we saw it against RCB and even yesterday's match. Some of the shots that he played and the way he approached his innings was really, really great. So now I'll come to Raj Bhai talking about two things that happened in yesterday's match, or rather, one thing from Mumbai's point of view, that is somewhere their batting order doesn't look settled, and I think one of the reasons being Rohit Sharma is not in form. He's not looked in that good of a touch in IPL like he looked in Champions Trophy. So that is my first one, and second one obviously being about the way Delhi faltered in the end with those three runouts, because till the time Karun Nair was there, we saw that it would look like an easy win, but towards the end, it just ended up in three runouts. So just talk us about it.
Okay, first question, you talk about Rohit Sharma and you ask about Rohit Sharma. I mean, there is nothing wrong with the technique what Rohit Sharma is utilizing. He still looks in a great touch. Okay, he is giving that small little cameos because you know that you have a strong batting lineup, and when you're actually opening the innings for a particular team, your role is such like uh, you just need to get as many runs in the power play, and that's what exactly Rohit Sharma is doing. You can look at like 12 ball 18 runs, and in that you have hit a couple of boundaries and also one particular sixer, which is not so easy. And when you like going against a team like Delhi Capitals, on the other hand, like you have Delhi Capitals like a solid batting lineup, bowling lineup as well, in the likes of Mukesh Kumar, Mitchell Stark, and Kuldeep Yadav. Now an young sensation Vipraj Nigam is also there. But now what exactly you have to do in the power play, you have to crucial bowlers, Mitchell Stark, again a world-class bowler. What exactly you need to do? You have to take down the pressure from the batsman who's actually following you. Okay, so Rohit Sharma is just doing Rohit Sharma things like getting those crucial runs in the top order, giving like 20 runs, 30 runs, it doesn't matter. But always, he has always been consistent and maintaining a strike rate of 150, which is very much required for a Mumbai Indians point of view. And if you say like he has to be like what concerns about like batting form and all those things, understand like he is now not playing T20s anymore. He's just like sticking on to that and maintaining that uh, tempo and the rhythm what he has been following for almost like 16 long years. A person who has done so much for 16 long years for an international career, what else you can expect? Okay, and even though like I'm not a Rohit Sharma fan, but I still want to appreciate the kind of efforts what he's actually bringing to any particular team, and is playing like in blue colors only. First Team India and now for Mumbai Indians. He has done it so many wonders for Mumbai Indians over a period of years. That is why he has been one of those who, key members in terms of like Mumbai's retention policy, right? So no matter what, like whatever exactly you guys are doing, Rohit Sharma is doing his own things. So next, coming down to the, Delhi Capitals innings, like asking like how exactly Karun Nair come back. I would actually say that was much required for cricket. Okay, cricket did not miss Karun Nair. Sorry, Karun Nair did not miss cricket. I want to say put it in another phase, saying like what cricket actually missed Karun Nair. Who would have actually forgot that crucial 300 runs in a Test cricket when you're playing at Chepauk? Okay, so you should not forget the kind of efforts what he has done almost like 6-7 years. After that, he is nowhere in the limelight. It might be a different things altogether. Like you have a better batsman coming on that particular day, but Karun Nair's comeback over a last 1.5 year. He moved out from Karnataka Ranji season. He resigned. He retired from Karnataka Ranji season. Karnataka team at that particular junction. moved out, and now the way he has actually been playing, especially the last 1 year, he has been playing so brilliantly. Now he has moved out to Vidarbha. Okay, so there, what he has achieved in terms of like Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy, it might be Ranji Trophy, whatever he has done so far for all these years, especially in domestic circuit, and that particular recognition has been absorbed by again one more great scout from Karnataka, Vijay Bharadwaj. He knew that Karun Nair actually can get something additional for Delhi Capitals team. Okay, so no matter what, like I want Karun Nair, and he did the same thing. Come on, man! Like no, I mean everybody were asking like KL Rahul should come in, and he wanted to score big. The way he has achieved uh, what against RCB in Bangalore is something different. Okay, so now Karun Nair has been doing so many beautiful things. Okay, so I mean, from next match, I mean, even in the commentators always keep on saying like, don't impact Karun Nair, get him in the playing 11. I want to see him in the playing 11 alone. Okay, so that's the kind of impact what you have to make. So right now, like Karun Nair, I mean, even though like what he's just like 33 years old, he still have another 4 or 5 more international cricket left himself. I'm not predicting too early, or I'm not saying too lately. Get Karun Nair, give him another chance in Team India colors, and I'm sure Team India will be unstoppable in wherever they are going to play. Okay, because right now we are not in the like what World Test Championship race. This is the first time when we are out of this particular World Test Championship race. When you have been additioning a player like Karun Nair in the playing 11, trust me, it's going to be a great addition for Team India as well. That is what exactly which is required from a particular player from Karun Nair. And now coming out of that runouts, it's actually the pressure what individuals have been taking upon themselves. Okay, so if individuals start taking pressure, you need to sneak a single and all those stuffs. That's when start you take pressure on yourself. That's what cricket actually teaches us, like how exactly you have to manage the situations. Like you went to score steal a quick single, and then you get out a run out. That is not at all required. Especially, I would say. That run out from Ashutosh Sharma was not at all required. You don't want to take a double, okay, 2 runs when it is not exactly required for you. You know that you can actually clear the ball at whatever the time you wanted to, but still you have been greedy enough to sneak that particular signal. I mean double. I mean, come on, the ball is with Will Jacks, okay. So from Will Jacks, like if you're taking it from where he has a bullet arm. He directly threw the ball directly towards the stump. That's how accurate Will Jacks was, right? So that's when the collapse have actually started. Delhi Capitals had the match in their hands. It is their own mistake and it is their own blunder what they have committed for themselves, and that's the reason why they have to slip down from position number 1 to position number 2 at the end of the day. It's because of your own mistake. It's not because of somebody else. And they did not. I mean, Mumbai Indians did not ask for a wicket. It's you who has thrown down the wicket for Mumbai Indians. As simple as that.
Okay, so thank you, Rajbhai, for that brilliant explanation. And we have a comment from one of our viewers asking about, and I was about to come to this question, and I'll ask Karunesh Bhai that Karun Nair has played really well. So with that, and Faf is out because of injury. So now I think whenever Faf comes back, so do you see Jake Fraser McGurk moving out and Faf coming in? And also because Karun has played such a brilliant inning, so do you see him as a regular in playing 11, or still would you keep him as an impact player? Arunish Bhai, your voice is not heard.
Okay. Yeah. Coming on to
Yes.
this question, definitely there is a potential, as we all saw in Karun Nair, what he can do in T20s as well. So he was striking at the strike rate of above 200. So that's what you see from a man who can play all the shots, regular shots, the textbook cover drives, and all the shots in his back in this T20 setup as well. So I feel definitely that Karun Nair will be a regular in the playing 11 from now on, because playing such an innings is not uh, an easy task for any newcomer who, like, he's not a newcomer, but he came back to the IPL after 3 years. So that was a long gap. And coming on to his form, we have definitely seen what he can do. In Vijay Hazare Trophy, he had a tremendous average of 389. And in Said Mushtaq Ali Trophy as well, his strike rate was 177. So you look at the numbers he's dishing up, and you look at his form, and he can even place the ball in gaps even in the power play. So you can see the potential that he has. So I definitely feel that he will be a regular in the playing 11. And coming on to the his dismissal was the key where Delhi lost the match, I feel, because the ball gripped, that ball was like a test dismissal that he faced, because that ball from Santner came back with into him with the angle and then spun away. So he couldn't have done much about that ball. So that's where I think Delhi lost the game. And moreover, the casual approach from the later on batters, because that's what impacted Delhi, because they were cruising at one stage. They just needed around 70 runs of 51 balls, and that is a cakewalk in today's era of T20 cricket. So that's what impacted them. And I would also like to like, I just was excited to see the confidence of Ashutosh Sharma against Jasprit Bumrah. He was standing there and he wanted to, like, take on Jasprit Bumrah, but somehow that I think that casual runouts that Rajbhai also mentioned, that it happens in the pressure situation. Ashutosh Sharma needed to analyze that pressure situation, because there was one over after that as well, and Delhi was cruising at that point as well, because they just required around 16 or 15 runs around with 8 balls to spare. And in today's era, that Ashutosh Sharma in the last game as well finished that equation himself alone. So he just needed to analyze, and that those three runouts basically impacted the game with 1 over to spare. So that's where Delhi lost the game.
Yes, thank you, Arunish Bhai. So, just with one line, I would like to conclude this review is that it was a game of impact players. We saw Karan Sharma came in as an impact player and created an immediate impact. He won the Man of the Match award as well. And similarly with DC, it was their impact player Karun Nair who created an impact with the bat. But sadly, Delhi couldn't finish up the match well. So now we'll straight up move to the preview of today's match between Lucknow Super Giants and Chennai Super Kings. So the match is happening in Ekana Stadium. So now I'll straight up come to our Super CSK fan in the panel today, that is Kiran Bhai. So Kiran Bhai, what is happening with CSK, and do you think this will just be the game where they will start bouncing back in the season? Okay, I think we have some network issues with Kiran Bhai. So I'll come towards Aditya Bhai. That what do you see with CSK today? Is it just the game where they'll start bouncing back?
Yeah, it's a game between the first position who's standing at first, LSU, versus the last one, the CSK. Now, CSK needs to come back stronger to sustain in this level. Why? Because they have been failed in all the departments, to be precise. Batting order is not up to the mark. The middle order is just fuzzing away everything. And the low order batsmen can't even. We know that low order can't put complete show for batting. While coming to bowling, even Khalil Ahmed and Noor Ahmed is giving them a good hope, but the remaining players, the star players like Ravinder Jadeja, Ravi Ashwin is not up to the mark. They need to bounce back stronger. And the replacement of Rudraj Gaikwad is yet to be known. Once if we get those things, and once they can set their things pretty well, then the thing is not out of, why? Because they are known for their comebacks, and CSK do have that kind of a track record as well. So I feel CSK had a chance. While coming to LSG, LSG is not the one, like no one has any kind of impression before the start of the league, but they sustained in such a way that now they are at the top of the table. So we can't take light the LSG team. LSG is someone who's just giving the heart to other batsmen as well as other teammates to cross those things. So I guess it's going to be a tougher one, but I guess CSK can come back from this match.
Okay, thank you, Aditya Bhai. And now, yes, obviously, from our super CSK fan that is present in the panel today, wanted to hear from Kiran Bhai that what are your views on CSK's campaign so far, and do you see them making a comeback in today's match?
I think after first game, CSK haven't been able to deliver what they are known for. Because I guess in first game, I think they have utilized the players very well.
Okay, so I just believe that Kiran Bhai is facing some network issues. So till then, I'll move on to Lucknow Super Giants and straight up come to Arunish Bhai asking that just give us some stats about today's match and also what has worked so well for LSG this season.
Yeah, coming on to LSG, their home games, they have just been tremendous in the last two home games that they have played on, and they basically changed the surface. First game against PPKS, the surface was of red soil, and that basically backfired. And even Zair Khan mentioned it in the press conference as well, post-match press conference as well. And then they went to the black soil, and it worked tremendously for them because the ball then was bouncing low, and the scoring was also a bit difficult. But there has been one man again in the LSG lineup who has been against all the other teams, who has been a lone warrior, I guess, from their side, along with the top order that they have. I wanted to mention Nicholas Puran. Nicholas Puran, man, the strike rates of look at the strike rates of Nicholas Puran. He has been striking around 272.46 against spinners this year, and against pacers, he is striking at 173.11. So that tells you the difference. Like he's batting at number three, and number three is a position where finishing is not there, where just it's about setting up the tone. So he's setting up the tone for them in the top order, and he's even scoring big runs. Like he's the orange cap holder as well. So we see how rich vein of form he is in, and that is basically helping LSG alone. Like batting department is enough to carry LSG right now, as they don't have to worry much about their bowling lineup, and their bowling lineup is always carried right now. I would say the hopes of bowling department are just on that one person who is making his debut this year. Like who's debuting this year, Digvesh Singh Rathi. He has been a revelation for LSG this year, as he has been their mystery bowler. Whenever they require a wicket or whenever they want to choke the opposition, they bring him on and he delivers all the time with big wickets. So that's what is working for LSG. And talking about some stats, like head-to-head battle between these two teams have been five matches, and LSG have won three, and CSK have won one, and there is a no result in one. All four games that they have played have been high-scoring games. Chennai have only won one, and that too was in Chepauk. So right now, I also got the information that they are playing on mixed soil surface for this game. Probably because LSG wants to negate the spin attack of CSK, because they have got three quality spinners, even though two are not performing that well. But they still have the quality in the spin department. So that's why I think mixed soil surface is used today. So coming on to matchups, I have some stats. One matchup is a different kind of matchup. It's a short ball to Rachin Ravindra. So Rachin Ravindra has been a good batter for CSK. Right now, he's not scoring that much runs, but he is technically sound. And but there has been a stat where 97 runs he has scored in 74 balls with six dismissals since IPL 2024, where he's debuted. So short ball could work here because dimensions of the ground are big enough as well. And then we have Mathisha Patirana versus Puran. Puran has just scored 25 runs in 25 balls with four dismissals against Patirana. Then we have Ashwin versus Puran, Ashwin is not performing that well, but he has a good number on Puran. 40 runs in 43 balls with three dismissals. Then some more stats are there, like Avesh Khan versus Shivam Dubey. Shivam Dubey has just scored one run in four balls with two dismissals. That's a weird stat, kind of a weird stat, but it is a matchup as well. And we have Ravi Bishnoi versus Rahul Tripathi, 27 runs in 30 balls with two dismissals. So we have seen the matchups that there are, and I feel the teams would also be studying these matchups and would act accordingly. And right now, the dropped catches from both the teams and runouts are just too many. CSK has dropped 13 catches and missed 9 runouts this year, and LSG have dropped 9 catches and missed 14 runouts. And these two both the teams have struggled in the economy rates in power play, as CSK has an economy rate of 10.72 and LSG has an economy rate of 10.58. So both the teams are same in some departments. So these matchups and these stats, I think teams would study these and act accordingly, and it will be a great match tonight.
Once again, thank you so much, Arunish Bhai, for those wonderful stats that you have always been giving in our previews. And finally, I hope that Kiran Bhai is back and just give us a fan perspective about CSK. And we also have a comment asking that they have to fix their middle order, and if not, just give a chance to their young guns. So just give us a fan perspective about CSK.
So I guess the first thing that CSK should do is that scoring runs in power play, because that's the most important thing. I think apart from MI game and the game against Punjab Kings, they haven't been able to score 50 or 60 odd runs in those power play. So I feel that they need to hit boundaries too, because if you see the boundary percentage of rest of the teams and CSK is nowhere nearer to what other teams are doing this season. So, and I guess if you see the top three batters from CSK, they haven't been able to even score 200 runs so far. I mean, they have played almost 6 games, but I think Ruturaj Gaikwad has scored somewhere around 120 runs, but he is not anymore part of team for this season. But I think Rachin Ravinder has done some decent job, like he scored some 150 odd runs so far. But I think his performance will definitely be helpful for CSK in long run if we see. And Devon Conway is back again in team. So it would be interesting to see how CSK's opening done in today's game. But I guess the contribution from middle order is what lacking for CSK this season, and the run scoring ability from over 7 to 16. It's what makes things difficult for CSK. So I guess I think one more positive thing for the team is like Noor Ahmed taking wickets regularly, but I guess he needs someone to be playing a role that he's playing for team, because I think Patiran haven't been able to deliver so far, and Khalil is bowling a decent way, but I guess they have to be like play their best. They have to give their best for team this time to beat the LSG, because LSG has some power hitters. Like if you see, Nicholas Puran is completely in different form. Michel Marsh has been some is some slogger, and he can bat at any way. Eder Makram is in form, and I think Rishabh Pant can do the things worse for CSK too. So I guess CSK is having a tough job to beat LSG tonight.
Yes, so obviously, very, I would say, a emotional kind of in perspective from a CSK fan is what we can see, because we have seen CSK being such a successful franchise throughout the years, and this year, I mean, the things are just not falling in place for them. So hopefully, we see a very good match between Lucknow and Chennai, and we just quickly wind up this preview session with obviously the last segment of our preview session. Yes, Rajbhai.
I mean, today I would actually say it is a match between the haunted lion. Okay, so you might see how the lion has been haunted for quite some time right now, because from last 17 seasons, like whatever, I mean, whatever the from the time of like inception, from the time when we see Chennai Super Kings playing the game of cricket, especially in IPL and also in the Champions League, like the number of years, like whatever they have played, I've not seen they have been into so much of flow. Okay, so it just that like they have to fine tune those things. Like they have an exceptional team. Like say for example, they have like in the middle you have Rahul Tripathi. Rahul Tripathi, why he has been so much consistent and so much why he has been giving runs is because he has been playing with Sunrisers Hyderabad in those flat wickets where the ball would easily come onto the bat and he can just like guide the way where it actually goes. And today is a day where whatever the critics that all these people have to talk about it. Okay. uh so that is exactly the thing, like what exactly I'm saying, looking forward right now for the comeback of Rahul Tripathi tonight. And the second thing is like Vijay Shankar has already previously played with Lucknow Super Giants. Okay, so again he will
Gujarat,
also be
Gujarat.
like, oh sorry, Gujarat. Okay, so like now I'm so sorry for it, but like uh, whatever the innings like he has played against Lucknow, or like whatever it is, like he might also start giving us like some quality runs, like 30 to 40 runs in the middle order. Okay, and as the comment, you can actually say that I mean, nothing positive from the last game. It's just like I mean, we are planning no defined roles. So that has exactly been the problem right now. So if they start taking more and more initiative, like you're completely depending upon a one particular person, either it might be CSK Dhoni or it might be a Rutraj Gaikwad, everything, they can't do it all by alone. It's a team sport. When it is a team sport, every single 11 players have to come on to the picture. Now you have like, this is the best time for Chennai Super Kings to make use of that particular impact player and start coming back into the tournament as well. So it's not like, I'm not saying just because of a particular favor for Chennai Super Kings. But the thing is, like, I want to see a kind of a different game altogether from Chennai Super Kings in the future as well. So if you just like kind of replace like Vijay Shankar and get in a new player in the likes of Sheikh Rashid or any other different player, that actually makes a little bit of sense, that actually gives a little bit of injection to the team, getting in those fresh legs and making the team combination work brilliantly. Because one end, Shivam Dubey, why he's also not performing is like he's running out of the partners. When you don't have a partner sticking along with you on the other side, you can't score a runs at any point of time. So the pressure is start now completely building upon Rachin Ravindra in the opening, Shivam Dubey in the middle, and again MS Dhoni in the end. Okay, so only these three players, like they're actually taking the responsibility. Rahul Tripathi, we have not seen runs. Vijay Shankar, we have not seen runs. Ravindra Jadeja also, we are not seeing like his bat is talking the runs as well. How much you can actually depend upon these players? Okay, so I just wanted to say like one thing, like it's a team game. Come on, CSK, you still are in the race. You just need a kind of fresh injections coming in. Get in few more young players who can actually boost in that kind of morale. So there are lots of people who are actually waiting and sitting on the bench, like come and make an impact as well. So as this particular season is all about impact players and the young players, fine tune. Get those under 19 guys. I'm telling you, CSK will still be in the race of playoffs. I'm not like boosting CSK fans. I'm not saying anything this for views or anything like that. But I'm saying like what CSK can do the best. They have the best team on the sheet as well. It's just that like you're not utilizing them at a proper way and making them what converted. You have Noor Ahmad also. Like I mean, I'm sorry to say, like Ashwin. Ashwin has been a brilliant performer all throughout these years. But the only thing is like he is not getting the combination right as well. So he has been given the ball at a wrong time. I'm not saying like in the power play. I'm saying like he's the best bowler to bowl in the power play as well, because when a particular batsman steps out, he's so intelligent. He will bowl the ball a little bit wide away from the off stump, or you'll make the ball move away from the leg stump as well. So those are all the certain things. Like if you fine tune them, then it will be a great combination for CSK to come back in this particular match. And what best way you can do? You can beat the table toppers and make them think like you can also be beaten at your own den. That's exactly what I'm looking forward from Chennai Super Kings tonight.
Yes, so thank you, Raj Bhai, so much. So we have seen teams making such comebacks and hoping that, just to keep the tournament alive, hoping that CSK makes such a comeback. So now we'll quickly come to the predictions of today's match. So I just want the team names, just don't go towards the explanation, just give me the team names. So I'll start off with Raj Bhai itself. Who do you think is winning today's match?
After speaking for 3 minutes and you still ask me who can I vote?
Okay, so we have one for CSK, Arunish Bhai.
I'll go with LSG to win this one as well, with the form they
Okay,
have been.
Roman. Okay, Roman Bhai, who do you think will win today's
CSK.
match?
CSK.
CSK. Aditya Bhai.
CSK.
Okay, and I think Kiran Bhai is having some issues. So, being a
You
CSK
don't have
fan,
to
we'll
ask
take
me.
it
We'll
as
say CS.
CSK itself. So, we have just one vote for LSG in today's panel. So, all I would
Whom you are
and
voting for?
I
Whom you are voting,
okay.
voting
So,
for?
I am backing LSG as well for today's match because I see them as a strong on paper. So, we have 2 votes in favor of LSG and 4 for CSK. So,
Underdogs
thank you
are
so
winning this
much
year,
to our
always.
yes. So, thank you so much to all our viewers for joining in. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Crick Zenify and do follow us on Instagram as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. You take care of yourself.